Okay, so I'm an absolute mess today, but here we are, whatever. So, we are drawing Blaidd, and I looked it up. That is how you pronounce his name. I have proof.
Scott Arthur, and I play Blaidd in Elden Ring. Yeah. So you pronounce it Blaidd, not Blaidd, not Blaidd, Blaidd.
For those who don't know, Blaidd is an Elden Ring character. He is a half-wolf, half-man character who is a very, very loyal servant to the witch, Ranni, who is more of a demigod who has learned magic and is immortal and is hiding out in the body of a doll. Anyway, you don't need to know all of that, but Blaidd is what is called a shadow, which is a assigned loyal servant that will be with Ranni for the rest of her life because she is a candidate to be the new queen if it works out that way. The book that you're going to see me drawing in today is a sketchbook by the brand Hannemule, and it's called the Cappacino sketchbook, and the paper is toned brown, but like it's just the nicest brown. It's got like reddish tones. It's sort of like a rich mahogany, but then a pale version of that. It's really, really nice, and I've been kind of intimidated to use it, but I had inspiration for this drawing and remembered that I had it and was like, you know what, yeah, Blaidd is like a beautiful, very majestic creature that would look great in a beautiful sketchbook. These are the sketches that I've more detail of the armor, and then just like of what he looks like, and then the next page that I just showed you is going a bit more into the pose and the facial expression and that kind of stuff. The idea came along, well, I've had the idea to draw Blaidd for years and years and years, whenever Elden Ring came out, which I think was like 2022. He's a great character. I'll add a little snippet in here. He's got this like really nice Welsh accent and is really, really gentlemanly.
Ah, good to see you. Apologies, mate, but I don't have much to report. I jest. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. You just do what you feel is right.
So, somewhat random, but kind of related. The city I live in, Brisbane, had a cyclone recently for the first time since like 1974, so in like 50 years or whatever. And it was a pretty big deal. Like, I don't know. Yeah, pretty big deal. Everyone freaked out. It was a whole time. But I was without power for a couple of days. And as anyone could imagine, that got quite boring pretty quickly. But like, I had this sort of realization that, you know, while I can't use my phone because I need to save it for emergencies, and I had no other power, so no other like source of entertainment, why don't I start one of the projects that I've been wanting to start for ages? And yeah, that's kind of what gave me the inspiration to finally do Blaidd. As I said, I had been wanting to do him since like 2022 and always feel like I never have the time to do it, which is partially true. Like, it's more the energy after I finish my day job. I never feel like drawing and creating because I don't have the mental capacity. But like, when you take all other sources of entertainment away, it was actually really nice to detox from electronics and just have like pencil and paper and just do that. So I'm really glad that I learned from that little weird situation, and yeah, so happy that I was able to start this drawing, and I want to kind of keep up this momentum if I can, and keep doing it. So yeah, you may have noticed at this point a lot of this drawing is of the details on his armor, and that's because a lot of the time that I was drawing it was doing the details on his chest armor, and I specifically designed the composition of this piece to have the main focus be his chest and his head, because I feel like those were the most like beautifully detailed parts of his character design that I wanted to portray. So when I started to add the blue in, I used this pen right here. It's called a Pilot Eno. Sorry, no, a Color Eno by Pilot, the brand. It's a pacer with like a cyan colored lead that you put in there. It's 0.7 size. I use pacers quite a lot in drawing, and it was just the perfect color to represent the glintstone magic that is quite relevant in the game and quite relevant to this character's story. The magic is what his like master uses, Rani, and it all has this very cyan blue color, and I think that the color actually looks really, really nice against this like brown toned paper background. So yeah, I'm really glad that I added that in. I do wonder if later on when I transfer this image digitally, maybe I can add some more like crystals and stuff in the background. I did sort of find, as I was shading behind him, I started with a white charcoal pencil to allow the blue to kind of be less red, so allow the blue to come through a bit, but it sort of became like too many layers and some of the color just wouldn't come through. It wouldn't, like, there was no tooth left on the paper to grab the cyan color, or if I had the cyan color then the white wouldn't come through, and it was like the opposite. So I started to struggle with that. Maybe I pushed a little bit too hard with the white charcoal pencil, but that's okay. That's definitely something I can learn for next time. I'm really happy with how the drawing came out in the end, and yeah, I'm gonna turn this into some into digital prints. I'll probably change the background, but I think I'll leave a lot of the brown tone in there because it does look really nice. I might change more of his face and fur color to be a bit more grey, and then leave his armor to be more of that brown toned color. But yeah, when I turn this into prints, I'm gonna add this to my in-print store, which I've recently sort of reactivated. It's something that I've had since like 2017, but I just haven't added new artwork to it, and the artwork that was on there was a bit lackluster. It was definitely some of my earlier work, and a lot of it was just like pencil sketches, and I didn't know how to make them into prints at the time. So yeah, the pages just kind of sat there dormant for a few years, but I'm gonna get back into it. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm really glad that I used the toned paper, and let me know if you want to see anyone else from Elden Ring. I would love to paint pretty much all the characters eventually, or draw them. Cool. Alright, thank you for sticking around till the end, I guess. Yeah, let me know if there's any like topics that you want me to yap about. I could definitely go on and on about these characters, but then I thought about whether I talk more about the process of drawing it or talk more about the character and why I love them and like their background. And I realized there's a lot of like lore stories already on YouTube, so I kind of leaned more into the process side of it. But let me know if there's any topics that you want me to talk about, and I could probably influence that into future videos. Take a look at my Instagram if you want pretty like my most recent updates for drawing and sketches. I have a Ko-Fi page with some phone wallpaper downloads if you would like some artwork on your phone every time you open your screen. And yeah, I have this imprint store, which I will have all the links below if you want to check any of them out. I will see you in the next video. I think it's probably going to be an even quicker one, but I'm working on a little Chainsaw Man watercolor drawing, so that should be fun. I will see you over there. Have a good night, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.